What's up, guys? It's your girl Rachel, and I am here to just vent to you because I seriously just need to vent, and I'm just not the one to hold back. So if I keep everything inside, it's going to annoy the crap out of me. So of course by now I'm sure you've seen the title of my story time. Yes, I'm sure you've seen it, and that's why you're here, duh. But before you leave, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there now before I fill you in on the tea. So let's get started. I basically wrote everything down in this book right here because it's just so much to say. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure I got y'all covered on just the basics of why I don't like her. I really like this book. I picked this up at Burlington for $6, and it's super cute, and the pages are gold. First time meeting her. The first time I met this girl was in Walmart. Yes, I said it. Was in Walmart. Nothing against Walmart or anyone that works there, but she worked at Walmart, and yeah, I didn't know her from Adam, and me and my husband had been together for a year, and this chick just starts trying to talk to him and be all friendly to him, and I'm just like, who is this girl? I feel like every chick does this, especially whether it's still in this new relationship ordeal. It's not me being jealous, but it's kind of just awkwardly weird and rude. Say hey at least, so I know you're not some I don't know, weirdo. But anyways, and this was before I knew she dated my brother-in-law. They dated a long time ago, and they broke up because she cheated on him. Shocker. She cheated on him with one of his friends or whatever. But yeah, they broke up, and I didn't know that at the time. I just seen this chick talking to my man. Yeah, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, meeting her the first time. The next time that I officially met this chick was on my wedding day. What a coincidence. The first time I meet officially meeting you is on my wedding days. Where I got married at was at a timeshare. So we were in our timeshare condo ordeal, and I'm in my room getting ready with all my bridesmaids, and I'm doing my makeup, I'm getting my dress out, I'm about to put my dress on, and this chick and my brother-in-law are in the room, and they're playing with my stepdaughters. I don't know this girl. She didn't even introduce herself or nothing. You just show up to you just show up for my wedding day, come in the room that I'm getting ready in with my stepdaughters, with my bridesmaids. This is a special moment for me. You can't even introduce yourself, and you're just sitting on my bed in the condo that I'm staying in. You're laying literally in my bed with my brother-in-law and being rude, playing, acting immature AF. They're playing with my stepdaughters, and I don't know her, for her to be all friendly with my stepdaughters, and that rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. And at this time I had already did my stepdaughter's hair and had them dressed all nice, and they messed up their hair playing. And I'm sorry, but if it's your wedding day, you're already stressed to the max, and your time is a little slim. So if you already got something done, you don't want to have to go back and redo it. But yeah, they messed up their hair, so I'm literally getting upset at this point. I'm y'all need to get out of this room. I'm doing their hair. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to calm down if you're gonna be in here. And I'm telling this to him and her. They're grown-ass adults, and they're in my room that I'm getting ready, on my wedding day. Really? Really? So yeah, that rubbed me, that was the second time she rubbed me the wrong way. The second time she rubbed me the wrong way. Maybe I'm just, maybe I'm just a bitch. I don't know. But I just felt that was extremely rude. You don't do that, on someone's wedding day. You just don't do that. I don't even know you, and I'm just gonna come to your wedding, and I'm gonna come in the room that you're getting ready with, and with all your bridesmaids and your family, and that's your moment, and I'm just gonna rain on your moment. No. One of the biggest things that made me totally not like this girl. Okay, so her and my brother-in-law and her daughter came over to my father-in-law's house one weekend. They had bought her daughter a four-wheeler, a little kid ATV four-wheeler. They wanted to go drive it down to the horse pasture property, which is like around, like down the road from my father-in-law, but you had to take a hard road to get to it. So her daughter and my brother-in-law are on the little four-wheeler. They're on the little four-wheeler on this hard road, driving to the pasture. No helmets, no nothing, on this ATV. She is on the big four-wheeler beside them. So here they are, here she is, okay? She felt the need to race her daughter and my brother-in-law on this tiny little four-wheeler with this big ass four-wheeler. She thought she was gonna be cool and like race them. But she like gunned it, and when she gunned it, she went to like get over. I don't know like what she was trying to accomplish, but she like went to go get over in front of them, like racing them, and she ran them over. Like she ran them over. Screwed them up big time. Like she could have literally killed her daughter. Could have killed her daughter, could have killed my brother-in-law. I was like, what the, like when I seen that happen, like I was like freaking out. My immediate reaction is check on the little girl. So I'm checking on the little girl. My brother-in-law is like bleeding out on the road, like having a seizure. His head is like cracked open because like the little hitch thing on the back of the four-wheeler, when she ran them over, it like split the back of his head open. So my husband's like tending to my brother-in-law, and I'm like making sure her daughter's okay, you know, keeping her calm, trying to keep her from seeing what's going on. You know, the little girl's feeling nauseous, and like, you know, she probably has a concussion, you know what I'm saying? Like she hit her head, like she was ran over. Her mom is more concerned, literally, like no joke. Her mom is literally more concerned about my brother-in-law. Which I get it, like he's in worse condition, but my husband is making sure that he's taken care of. Like my husband is tending to him. You need to be tending to your child. Point blank, period. Like you need to, your first priority should be your kid. Like your kid should be your first priority. Like I just don't get it. Like she can't even handle like bad situations at all. She's like literally hysterically crying, like freaking out. Like her daughter's like in shock. Like her daughter's literally like standing there in shock. Here's her, the mom, my brother-in-law's girlfriend, freaking out, crying her eyes out, screaming to the top of her lungs, please don't die, please don't die. This bitch better call an ambulance like right now before I snap on her. So I just pick up the phone. I'm calling like 911 because this bitch clearly like won't do it. They had fire, rescue, an ambulance, like 2 ambulances, whatever. So they put my brother-in-law on one and they put the little girl on the other. So my brother-in-law, he came out of a seizure, you know. And the people are like, the EMTs are talking to him and they're like, you know, do you remember anything? And of course, like he remembers nothing. Like he doesn't know what's going on, how he got there, like nothing. They ended up airlifting him to the hospital. And, you know, she finally gets in the ambulance with her daughter. EMTs are like, you know, she seems fine, but you know, you should still go get her checked. You know, do you want her to go to the hospital? And she's all like, no, she'll be fine. Like, take my kid to the hospital would be the first thing that came out of my mouth. My baby needs to be checked. I need to know my baby is okay. I would already feel like shit. Like, if I was her, I would have already felt bad. But, like, on top of that, like, you didn't even like, have your daughter seen. Like, that just, I just can't stand parents that are, like, but the icing on the cake of why I just cannot like this girl. And let me tell you something. I was always told, you're not to hate anyone, but you can strongly dislike a person. She's on the strongly dislike list. I'm just putting that out there. And I hope she sees this video because I want you to know, darling, I strongly dislike you. But back to the situation at hand. Excuse me. I'm thirsty. After a while, like, I started, like, being cordial with this girl. I started being, like, nice to this girl. I started trying to give this girl a chance, you know. My husband was telling me, you need to give her a chance. It doesn't look like she's going anywhere. Because typically my brother-in-law, like, he gets with a girl and she's gone, like, after a week. She's gone, like, after a week. Seriously, no joke. So he and her, like, they were lasting a few months. So, like, maybe I can see who she really is as a person. Big mistake. Big, 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 big mistake. Fake ass broad to the T. Like, she has so many people fooled, it's unreal. Let me tell you why. So while I was friends with her, I found out an abundance of information. Like the fact that she's still legally married, and the reason her husband left her is because she cheated on him. Shocked. Shocked. The thing that started what really started problems was when she told me that my father-in-law was saying negative things about my husband and myself. So me and my husband lived in a house my father-in-law owned. We were like buying it off my father-in-law. We were paying the taxes on it. We were giving him money. So we didn't have anything in writing because family's not supposed to like fuck you over. She's telling me how my father-in-law is complaining to her that we don't give him any money, how we owe him money, and basically, how he's so broke because of us. That's what she's telling me. Okay. A few weeks later, my father-in-law calls me up and he's like, I have an appraiser coming to the house to appraise the house. I'm like, why do you have an appraiser come into my house? And he's all like, oh, it's not a big deal. I'm just having it appraised for taxes, to get the taxes like lowered. Okay. I didn't fall for that. So what's that mean? It means that my father-in-law is basically trying to sell this house out from under us. 1 + 1 = 2. So at this point, I'm telling my husband, I have a feeling your dad is trying to sell the house out from under us. We don't need to give him no more money. We need to move out before it turns bad. Okay. Then after he had the house appraised, just wait for it. He came to my husband and told my husband, we have to come up with the money up front or we have to move because he needs the money. He needs to sell that house for money because he's in debt. Okay. So being us, we weren't going to argue. We weren't going to make a big deal out of it. We were just going to take our little ass biting, and, we were going to move out. Literally, not even a week after we moved out, my brother-in-law and his married girlfriend were going through my shit. They were going through my shit, throwing away my shit, and I wasn't even finished moving out yet. They were complaining to other family members that me and my husband were nasty and that they had to clean up after us. First off, do I look like a nasty person? Because I'm not. I'm a very clean person. Second off, I wasn't even finished getting my shit from that house, so why are you on my property? Because it still legally was my property at the time. Why are you on my property going through my shit? Like, why? Like, are you that thirsty? Are you that desperate? Like, my husband finds out what my brother-in-law was going around saying about him and I. And he calls him up and they start arguing. And my husband's like, most of that crap is your shit that's in our shed. A lot of it was my brother-in-law's junk that he never came and got from our house. So it just sat there for years while we lived there. So my husband made it very clear, like, you better not be touching any of our shit. They argued back and forth, whatever. I didn't argue with anybody. That was between my husband and his brother. I stayed out of it. But for some reason, little Miss Thing apparently has a problem with me. And let me tell you why she has a problem with me. I have reached out to her since, and I get no response. I've tried to be nice to her. Nothing. I've seen her at church. She will not even look at me. Now, what's that a sign of? Why do people do stuff like that? Oh, I know why. Because they're fake, they're phony, and they're guilty. So come to find out, what I thought in the back of my head that was happening, it happened. My brother-in-law sold his paid-off house, nice house, nothing wrong with it, sold it, and bought the one that we were living in. I already knew that that's what the intentions were. I felt it in my heart. I knew it in the back of my head, but it's one of those things where you don't want to believe like your family's trying to fuck you over. Now they're living there. So my brother-in-law and his married girlfriend are living there. And they just think they're hot shit right now because they just sold the house. So now they have like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, which they'll blow. They'll run through it within a year. Not even that. So this is like really what just like brought everything back up for me. And I just really felt like I had to vent because like I don't feel like I'm in the wrong here about feeling this way. Me and my husband had like bought tiles for this house for when we were living there because we were going to remodel it. We bought ceiling fans, tiles, like all this stuff because we were going to remodel the house. But before we could remodel it, thank God, you know, we broke the news that, hey, get the fuck out because I'm going to sell this house because I need the money up front right now. Whatever. So the tile is in the shed, our shed. So we go today to get the rest of the stuff. We go and get the tiles because we're going to put the tiles down in our new house. Little Miss Thing is there being all polite and nice and, you know, super sweet to my husband, talking to my husband, you know, just trying to chitter box with my husband. But won't say one word to me. Will not even look at me. Will not even look at me. This is how... Okay, honey. I'm okay with that because I don't have nothing nice to say to you anyways. Like, I don't like you. So if you don't want to speak to me, that's fine because it just shows your guilty conscience and how dirty and phony and fake and grimy you are. And not everybody can see through your shit, but I do. So just know that, bitch. Top it off. Not only was she trying to piss me off by trying to get all flirty and talkative with my husband because she's a whore, she had another girl there that she knows I do not like. Like, she knows I don't like this girl. Like, I made it very clear to her, like, I don't like this girl. Like, you're not winning. Like, when, like, me and her were talking on talking terms, she's told me things about this girl that she doesn't like as well. She has this girl there at my old house, which is now her house that she lives in, that she bought out from under me. Well, actually, her boyfriend, my brother-in-law, bought out from under us, which I'm sure she put in his ear to do. But she had this girl over there. And I don't know if that was, like, try to, like, piss me off or what. But, like, I've never done anything to the girl. Like, I've only tried to be nice to this girl because... hello, you're dating my brother-in-law. I'm gonna have to be cordial with you and deal with you when I'm around the family. So yeah, you know, I've tried to get along with her, even though I don't agree with her lifestyle. But yeah, like, you know, she tried to play the petty game on me today. And see, the petty game don't work on me because I am team petty. Like, so it doesn't work. Like, I know how to handle petty bitches. I know I have like this gut feeling that once my brother-in-law's money runs out and he officially has nothing left and he can't sell anything else because he's sold everything and basically the well runs dry, she'll be on to the next highest bidder because that's just the type of rod she is. And if she's cheated on him once, twice, maybe 3 times, she's gonna do it again and again and again and again. So I might have to deal with her for maybe a few more years, maybe a couple years. Who knows? I really don't know. She's only been around for a year so far. And within this year, she's done stirred up so much shit. And I'm still pulling the knife out of my fucking back. Like, it might seem like I'm being spiteful or jealous or like a bitch, but I'm really, really not. Because, like, I've held on to this for, like, the longest time. Like, this is the thing that bothers me the most is, like, she would try to, like, confine in me, like, about her problems with my brother-in-law. And tell me like, oh my god, he's always accusing me of cheating. I would never do that. I'm a changed person. Okay, so if you're a changed person, why are you dipping out on him and staying out till like midnight? Like, why are you doing that? And you know, I try to take up for you, but come to find out, you really were fucking around on him. So I'm spilling the tea. If you have been in a similar situation where you have a bitch of a sister-in-law, which she's not really my sister-in-law, but we're just gonna call her that because, you know, she's technically my brother-in-law's girlfriend that's married to another guy. You've had a bitch trying to compete with you, like, in the family and stir problems with you and stab you in the back, buy your house out from under you, talk shit about you, hung out with bitches that she talks shit about and knows you don't like, literally is flirting with your husband right in front of your face. Let me know how you handled that, girl. Let me know. I'm trying to be nice. Like, I try to give people chances and like it literally blows up in my face every time. Every time. So yeah. Make sure you leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and bye guys.